Good morning and welcome to another walk and talk. I'm Joe, the Ancestral Wellness Coach, and my mission is to help as many people as possible look good, feel good and live awesome. So Saturday marked the start of peak week, and what that is a nutritional strategy to try and bring out your best physique in the last week. So you should be lean enough to go into the show, the physique show that I've got on Saturday. And what we try and do is bring up carbohydrates, because carbohydrates fill out the muscles. Now, I don't believe in carb loading for health. I don't believe in carb loading necessarily for performance, but for aesthetics, to fill out a physique, there is nothing that fills out a physique more than carbohydrates. Now, what that means, obviously carbohydrates are stored in your muscles and your liver. And what that storage mechanism does, in order to be stored, carbohydrates drag water into the muscle, and it makes the muscle appear what we call fuller. So it basically makes them appear bigger, rounder, and gives you a better shape. So that's the nutritional strategy this week. It's lovely to have a few more calories going in. It makes your brain feel so much better. You can make a bit more serotonin, your happy hormone. So it's been a nice weekend with increased carbs and increased calories. But enough about me. I wanted to just stay on that subject of nutrition today and ask you if your nutrition strategy is matching up with your goals. So a common sort of problem that clients come to me with is, for example, they're trying to lose weight, but in Muscle and Fitness or whatever, they've read about carb loading. So they're trying to lose weight, that's their primary goal. And then they say to me, I go on a long bike ride at the weekend, or I have a big football game at the weekend, and I need carbohydrates for it. I need to load up for my performance. No, you don't. If your goal is for fat loss, you don't need to worry about carb loading and making sure that your carb levels are topped off. You want to make your body dig into your fat stores for energy. If you're carb loading before your performance, but your primary goal is fat loss, you're taking a very long and inefficient way round. So you need to make sure that your nutrition strategy, these two look like they've seen a rabbit. They are sniffing everywhere. What's your question? They are loving it. You need to make sure that your nutrition strategy falls in line with your goals, or you're never going to get there. So try not to jump on the sort of the latest hype, whether it's some carb loading for a long bike ride. You see a lot of people going out on a Sunday morning now for a long bike ride. Unless you're going for a race and performance time, you don't need to carb load for it, especially if your goal is fat loss. But maybe your goal is performance, and maybe that is your sole reason for jumping on that bike. Then maybe a few strategic carbs around your workouts and around your performance event might be beneficial to you. But if your main goal is fat loss, try to steer clear of the carb loading and doing stuff purely for performance. Your performance might suffer short term. Long term it won't, because you'll be adapting to fat as a fuel. But don't get too concerned with all these advanced nutrition strategies. If your primary goal is fat loss, you want to make your body dig into its fat stores, not depend on incoming carbohydrate, because that will mean that your body can't touch those fat stores and it will just use that carb. So I hope that's been useful to you this morning. If you've got any questions, you know where I am. I'm gonna stay in the trenches for peak week. Saturday's the competition. I'm hoping to do well, but I know I've sort of won already in my head, because I've bought a lot better package than I did last year. And remember that only competition is yourself in that mirror. You can't do anything about genetics, you can't do anything about shape. There could be someone who's a lot more gifted just come along on stage, and you know, is what it is. But I know I've bought a lot better package than I have last year, so in my book that's a win. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to a nice growing phase now where calories go up, carbs are going to stay nice and low because I believe that's the way forward for healthy, good healthy fats. But I am going to eat on Sunday, I tell you that. So have a good week. You know where I am if you have any questions. Stay healthy, get moving. I'm Joe. I'll catch you next week.